Hi again and welcome to the channel, and today I'm joined by Domenico.
Hi Craig.
Hopefully you saw my other videos out there about my predictions about 2020 and what I feel's kind of coming up using my psychic abilities.
Yeah, I actually saw that video. It's really interesting, and I saw that you spoke about politics, how the world is going to be in 2020. But have you thought about doing a video about the astrology in 2020? What every sign could expect by this new year?
Yeah, well, I think we can do something like that. This is called sun sign astrology. It started in the 1930s when people used it in the newspapers.
Almost 100 years old.
Yeah. So let's ask me a few questions.
Right, 2020 is not only a new year, but it's even a new decade.
Indeed.
God, it's going to be pretty fun to live.
Yeah.
Great time to be around. That's something that happens only once every 100 years. And we are not only in the new decade, we are in the new decade of the new century.
Yeah, indeed we are.
So it could be a pretty interesting point for astrology.
I think so.
Next sign, Cancer. That's going to be 2020 for this sign.
Well, Cancerians don't really believe in luck. They have this thing that things don't happen by sheer luck, and it should be a lucky year for them, really. It could be a prosperous time if they play their cards right. It will be quite important to them emotionally and at home. So for Cancer, not a bad year. Again, for them, I think it's again a question of believing in yourself. Believing that you can have a good year, that you can be lucky.
And we saw in the three previous signs that different planetary alignment meant different situation for them. Is there any specific planetary alignment for Cancer that will make a change in 2020 for them?
Again, Saturn plays an important role. It's one of the major planets. And it brings a few limitations to them a little bit. Because when Saturn starts to move through these, it's a longer, slower moving planet, Saturn. So it gives us a longer term sort of feelings. So I get the sense with them, they're going to be thinking about their past a lot. They're thinking about their childhood a lot. There's a sense with Cancerians that they could be looking back a little bit. That can be good and it can be bad. They've got to bring the good things from the past. So keeping an optimism is important in the year ahead. They've got Jupiter in conjunction with Pluto. This gives the person an ability to access information. It gives them an ability to assimilate new ideas, And also, Jupiter's passing through the sort of work and routine areas of their chart. So those things are going to be important to them through the year. So changing their routines, wanting to do new things is going to be important. So this Jupiter influence in their sign is going to make them a lot more easygoing. That's going to lift up their feelings a bit. They're going to be a bit better at communicating with people, putting their ideas across. Mars is very much in their love areas of their sign. It's also retrograde for a while, so there'll be some trials. There'll be some trials in their love. It looks like for them it's very much a bit of a trampoline year. Moments when things are settled, and then moments when things can be a bit more volatile. But that's Cancerians generally, I think, in many respects.
The normal life of a Cancerian.
Yeah.
But how about money? Are they going to have a stable situation in 2020? Or like for the rest, it's going to be a good moment and a bad moment that they will need to live with?
Well, actually, money for Cancer this year is great. They can make great financial strides. There's quite a lot going on in their chart. They'll be getting, I think with Cancerian, half the problem with Cancerians is self-confidence and believing in themselves. And the planets and stars would kind of give you a much more self-confident view this year. You'll be a lot more determined. A good year, particularly when it comes to saving money. So Cancerians for this year, if they're saving for a home, or they're trying to save for a deposit, or they're trying to save for their kids, because they'll often spend their money on their children, Cancerians, anything to do with savings is a very good year. And this will make Cancerians happy because they'll feel that they've accomplished something. It's very much a sign that loves the home, Cancerians. They love their children. They're happy when they have a family around them. So saving and protecting the family, anything financial that brings the whole family collectively together is a good thing for Cancerian in 2020, or 2020 if you prefer to call it that. So basically, Cancer will be in control of their finances.
Right, so money-wise, it's going to be a good year for Cancer. How about love life?
Well, it's the long-term things that are important to Cancer this year. So if they're already in a relationship, this might be the time when they pop the question, or the question gets popped to them, because it's a time when they could be looking to becoming a married person. I would say also that this is a period when we look at the sort of signs that they could get on with, they could get on with their own sign, Cancer, or a Taurus sign. Through 2020. But whatever the sign, this is a time for Cancerians perhaps to be much more serious about their relationship. It's a time when they will be thinking about the long-term future. They'll be thinking about family things rather than just having fun.
Oh, so Cancerian girls, get ready. You might have a wedding soon.
That's the way it looks.
So this 2020 seems to be, it's going to be actually a good year for most of the signs.
Yeah, I think an interesting year generally, with some interesting numerology in it as well, because it's the 20th of the 2nd, 2020, and things like that coming up, which we can talk about another time. But yeah, I think an interesting time, and also as through the prediction videos, an interesting time politically, for example.
And people can see your 2020 prediction on the other video you've made.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, and there's lots going on.
There's the link
somewhere up here or over there.
And this prediction were more general, this astrological prediction, this science prediction.
Yeah, I mean, this type of astrology we're doing now is sun sign astrology, they call it. So, but if you want to get something a little bit more in depth and personalized for you, you can have a look on my website. You'll see it coming up on the screen here somewhere. You can call my readers. They can give you a psychic reading, a clairvoyant reading, or a specifically astrological reading based entirely upon your date of birth and what you do. Just go to the website and call the numbers, and you can get reading right now if you want.
Don't forget to subscribe on this channel.
Yep.
Click the bell so you will be notified for any new video that is coming up. And actually, you were telling me before that you are going to do a better astrological video per each sign,
more in depth,
yeah,
a bit more in depth for each sign, and we might even later on start looking at some pet videos as well. I was thinking
the pet astrology,
but some of that might be fun to do. We can get Boo in.
Yeah.
And what about your channel? Because you're doing this new thing when you've been filming all this with these cameras and things. And
yeah, if you are interested in making these videos, or if you are interested in photography, videography, filmmaking, you want to start your own YouTube channel. Well, I got my channel. The link is in the description. I'm the Italian Dad. It's pretty simple to find.
And it's fun and interesting. And you can see some of the bloopers we make sometimes, and the things that go right and go wrong, and how we do it.
And I show especially how you can make all these on a budget, on a really tight budget. Because not many people can go out and buy a £25,000 or $25,000 camera. But in my videos and in my channel, you will see how you can make these videos with less than £500 or less than $500. I already have a video on which camera to buy if you just want to start and spend less than $500 or £500 between the camera, the lens, and the microphone. That will get you started. So just go down in the description for the link and subscribe to it.
And talking about budgets, you can help us if you become a patron of this site, because we're trying to do something really special with this channel, as we've already said. You know, we're trying to get our own studio and places where we can work and transmit all sorts of interesting stuff to you that have never been done on YouTube before. Something unique, a community of spiritually minded people working together.
And we're trying to help even children in needs.
Indeed.
With the Patreon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then we do a lot of charitable work as well. And we'll keep you updated with that through the channel as well, through 2020. Well, thanks for joining us, folks, and do keep subscribing, and thank you for supporting us over 2019. And all of you, no matter what sign, do have a good 2020. Life is what you make it. It doesn't matter about the planets and stars. It's us that make the changes in the world and can make our life happy.
Happy New Year, people.
Happy New Year.
Ciao.
Bye.
My wife Jane and I do our public work for free. We raise money through the theatres to raise money for our Hamilton Parker Foundation. This is a not-for-profit company that is soon to be registered as a charity. Now, our work is going in to help with the objectives of this charity, but you can help us as well by becoming what we call a patron of this channel. Now, as a patron, you'll get, first of all sorts of really interesting benefits. You'll have a sort of behind the scenes look at what goes on with our work. You'll get videos before other people. You'll get new videos. You'll get all sorts of benefits that are explained in the Patron website, and it has various tiers that you can subscribe to. So you can subscribe to just a little bit and get a few benefits, or you can subscribe a lot and get a lot of benefits. And what this means is that we can raise some money through this channel. Now, this money's not going to me and Jane to give us a fancy lifestyle. This money is going into our foundation that has some fantastic objectives. Now, the first thing we want to do with the foundation is, first of all, get a cyber center together, a cyber temple, as it were, a place where we can introduce new people to you through this channel. So by supporting this channel and giving something to the as a patron, you will find that this channel will start to get better and better content with more and more interesting things going on. We'll be able to get the cameras, we'll be able to have the space, we'll be able to have the right setting where we can build the energy to do things such as mediumistic circles and so forth online. But also our work extends further than that, because we are hoping ultimately to build a spiritual center, a psychic ashram, as it were, where people like you can come to visit and take part in an interactive way through this channel as well. But also we are doing a lot of what we call spiritual service. We are going out and giving a large part of the income we generate to people in India who are destitute. We've given to schools, we've fed children that are in need, we've helped mentally handicapped people, we've given cows to old people in India. Some of all this you'd have seen in my movie Mystic Journey to India on Amazon. But all of this is part of our mission, part of our remit to help the world. Because we're not only trying to find our divine nature, we're also trying to live what we learn and express it in ways that are really beneficial to the world. So if you follow this channel, but more importantly, if you become a patron of this channel, you can help us to take this whole mission onto a much higher level than any psychic work has ever been done before.